Hello, everybody. This is Stuart Jean coming back at you here with Drum Magazine from Hollywood, California. I am the program chair for drums at Musicians Institute. We have been looking at that in-between groove, that unattainable, not swung, not straight, make it greasier groove. Reggae is a great example of utilizing this. Again, this can't be notated, and there's a lot of room in between swung and straight. And what I find as a phenomenon, teaching younger people, aspiring professional drummers trying to get there to that next level, I'll have some really good players that can read and have good hands and understand some styles, but it seems like reggae often is one of the ones that's a culprit where they can't tell if something is swung or straight, and they tend to just sort of guess or just sort of go with what feels good to them, and it's just because they haven't listened to enough of the music. So it hinders their depth of knowledge. This is, if you're auditioning for a band or having to cop a reggae song or whatever kind of song, you want to have that ability to really hone in on what's going on in the bass and the guitar and the overall rhythm, and where are you laying that eighth note. And reggae is a great example. I mean, sometimes it's totally straight, certain songs, sometimes it's really swung. Most of the time it lives in this middle world, I would say leaning to the straight side. Tempo does have an effect on this. I mean, the slower something is, the more time between beats, so the more allowable room to play something, to place a note. So what I thought we'd do in this video to broaden it a little bit, not just play like one groove, but and to get my point across, is let's look at one album, Survival by Bob Marley, and look at most of the tracks and just see what's going on. I'm not going to do any play-alongs or anything. You're just going to have to, find this album and look at my notes, and and you'll just hear my isolated drums on me trying to kind of cop what's going on in each tune. And you realize, like, wow, every single one is different. They all have a subtle difference to it. And, the only thing that's the same is whether it's a one drop or a four on the floor, which is another lesson, but you can look that up, but you'll hear them. So I'm just going to blast through some of these with a click, and you just for your reference, really. And you can see, like, wow, that one was kind of swung, that one was straight, that one was swung, that one was closer to straight, but kind of swung in the middle, so here we go. So just follow along. All right, so I hope that helps shed some light on that for you. To me, they're all very different and makes me really focus. I'm not worrying about any of all the little fills and all the great nuances and vernacular of reggae right now. It's just like, what's the one bar that works, and I can start from there. You can't run and start grabbing all the fills and all the other stuff. Reggae is very drummer friendly music. There's a lot of room to throw a lot of chops, but if you listen to the real deal, there's not a lot of that going on. It's very musical and obviously the feel. So all that cool stuff you can play doesn't mean squat if the pocket and the feel is not right. So you got to start there, and there's nothing wrong with playing that same groove for the whole song, a couple crashes here and there, and people are going to dig you. So I hope this helps everyone, and stay tuned for more. And keep those emails coming. You can hit me up, Stewart J, STEWART, letter J, @mi.edu.